Top AEW stars written off TV for several months. Plus, multiple stars have teased leaving AEW on last night's Dynamite, and a major WWE star could be returning at WrestleMania 39. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Have the Bucks been bugged off?
Ooh, that's very good, Tom, for a Thursday morning.
Thanks, mate. I practiced that in the bath. What happened on Dynamite, Andrew?
It all kicked off. So at the start of Dynamite, we saw the Young Bucks being taken off in ambulances, off to the hospital because they'd been attacked backstage. Hangman Adam Page gets in one of the ambulances and heads off to the hospital with him because they're friends.
Oh, bless him.
Later on in the evening, after the dream match between Omega and Vikingo, which was phenomenal, by the way, we see the Blackpool Combat Club. They come out to the ring. Kenny's trying to cut a promo. Blackpool Combat Club come out to the ring. They're the perpetrators all along in this whole thing, Tom.
Yeah, Excalibur said he'd got a text earlier in the night saying that the BCC were behind it all.
Disgusting
the
behaviour.
BCC won't let me be or let me be me, is what Excalibur said.
Also very good for a Thursday. They went on to attack Kenny Omega, right? That's not where it ends, Tom, because out comes... He's stolen an ambulance, apparently, right? Hangman Adam Page has stolen an ambulance. He drives up to the arena, he gets down the ramp, he goes in, and he's got a 2x4 with like nails in there.
He's got a block of wood with a nail in it.
He's ready to go. And he chases off the BCC. Kenny doesn't see this, and Don Callis is like, what's going on? What's going on here? Don Callis goes to grab Hangman, and Hangman's like, whoa, what you doing? And then he just like, boof, flat bump on the floor, right? And then he starts to blame Hangman for this. He's like, Kenny, Hangman just clocked me in the head. He clocked me in the head. So there's more drama going on there. He's trying to make that wedge even larger between the two former Bezzy mates.
Callis was playing quite the card last night on Dynamite. He was the one that was talking, was convincing Omega to not follow the Bucks to L'Hopital. In fact, it was what Don Callis said that led to speculation that this will be the last time we see Matt and Nick for a while, because Don Callis says to Kenny Omega, those kids will be fine in a few months.
Oh.
Which means they might be off for a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like maybe Don's wanting to let Kenny have a little bit of a solo run or something then for a bit. Something's going on there clearly, and then also with him trying to recruit Takeshita. I think we're going to get a nice, there's a nice pot of bubbling, and that man is stirring it.
Now, I haven't seen any reports about Matt and or Nick Jackson suffering injuries. It could just be a case that they're taking a little break from the wrestling thing for now, and it will allow for some other storyline fruit to grow. And that seems to be what the case is here with Omega, Takeshita, and Hangman and Callis all in this mix up together. It's something nice and fresh for Omega to get his teeth into, one that we will keep an eye on at Cultaholic. Last night as well, more teasing of two AEW stars departing the company. We spoke quite a bit about FTR's future plans that may involve them stepping away from AEW, maybe hitting the indie scene, maybe going back to WWE. But this comes after Dax Harwood said that he and Cash have signed off on their future plans and we'll know them soon enough. But it also comes at a time where we believe that their contract is up with AEW in April.
Yeah.
And the fuel to the fire has been added there because the Guns and FTR are set to have a World Tag Team title match whereby if FTR lose, they leave AEW.
What?
I know. It's classic loser leaves town type shenanigans. And this could potentially be a way to write FTR off TV for a long time, if not forever.
Yeah, they're keeping us guessing with this one. I quite like this though as well, and it's a good thing for them, I think, to do because it does build speculation and builds talk around the team too, which is always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Let Fraser Porter talk you through last night's Dynamite in about 60 seconds on our YouTube short. It'll be on in a little bit today on the Cultaholic YouTube channel. Meanwhile, away from AEW, a possible return to form for Nigel McGinnis. Now, I love Nigel's work as a commentator. I feel like when the reshuffle happened, I was sad for Nigel, and then when he got let go, I was even sadder for him.
Yeah,
I feel
for
like
sure.
He's got so much to offer. We know he's been announced for Progress's Super Strong Style 16 in May, but he put out a tweet just yesterday saying, very excited about the future. Big news for me coming soon.
Ooh. cool.
I'm up for seeing what Nigel does next.
Yeah, me too. I wonder if it's more than just commentary. I wonder if he like gets involved, not obviously with the wrestling itself, but maybe as in some form, maybe as like a manager or something like that.
Very likely. His fingerprints have already been on the British wrestling scene because he's been putting on seminars and stuff for wrestling, and some of them via Zoom as well. I think there's been some in person as well. But so he's been
wrestling his dog or something.
Come here, Fido!
I've got him. I've got him in the headlock.
This is how you do a headlock on a dog. Never do a headlock on a dog.
No, please don't.
Hashtag
Please don't.
never do a headlock on a dog. I'm sad that we have to say that, but keep an eye on Nigel McGinnis' social media for details about his and or his dog's future. Speaking of future plans, a major star returning at WrestleMania. What's the story, Andrew Glory?
Do you hear voices in your head, Tom?
All the time.
All the time. PW Insider Elite have revealed that Randy Orton is scheduled to be a part of WrestleMania weekend, according to multiple sources. It's unknown if he'll be featured on camera, however. Orton obviously hasn't been a part of WWE programming since last May, suffering from what's reported to be a serious back injury. There was speculation that he may never return to wrestling again due to the nature of this injury too.
That'd be devastating if we never see another Randall Keith moment.
Be so devastating. We've heard sort of the news and stuff that there's big plans, I think, sort of to be seen following WrestleMania as well. So with a big reveal, a big surprise for Randy Orton to come back, I think that'd be something lovely to see at least. Anyway,
I certainly would do. I was chatting with my best friend Adam Pacitti about this yesterday on WhatsApp, and he's good fun. He sends me all the best gifts and the best memes. But we were saying how Randy Orton and Matt Riddle coming back at the same time would be quite an interesting proposition. Because Orton has said many times how like he was reinvigorated by working with Matt Riddle. How much he found love for wrestling again through hanging out with Matt Riddle.
Yeah, for sure. And I wonder if this would be the catalyst. I think for the longest time people were thinking, well, Randy's gonna turn on Matt Riddle, and then we were gonna get a program between those two. I wonder if something like that would finally happen when we get them both back together, or we see maybe them two going after the Undisputed Tag Team Championships when either new champions are crowned or the Usos still have the belts in their grasp.
Yeah, as Andrew has said, we don't know whether or not he'll be featured on camera at WrestleMania, around WrestleMania weekend, but we understand that through sources he's going to be there. So we must believe that at some point there's going to be some news regarding Randy Orton's future, one way or another.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you
one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna headlock a dog. Hashtag never headlock a dog.
Don't do that.
Thank you. We will have more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
Love you, bye.